All right, we are back with another episode of Heroes of HR podcast. We are live at iSolve in Scottsdale, Arizona, and it's very sunny out here. It is sunny, right?
Very sunny.
All right, so we have a pretty fun guest, I think. You look like you're going to be fun. You didn't get to talk much, but Hannah Peterson from
Poster Elite.
And I apologize. I kept walking past you, and I'll just apologize to the globe right now because I thought you were actually with iSolve.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that. We actually did that intentionally. Our product is private labeled for iSolve. We private label all of our products, so everything we ship out looks like it has our partner's branding and logo on it. So iSolve clients wouldn't actually recognize Poster Elite.
Yeah.
So we came here with an iSolve tablecloth because
Well,
we are
you told me.
essentially an iSolve product.
I literally walked past you the entire day, and I'm looking, and I was like, oh, I'm such an idiot. Why am I avoiding her? Like, I need to talk to you. So, okay. So, Hannah, let's introduce yourself to the audience and what Poster Elite does.
Sure. So I'm Hannah Peterson. I've been with Poster Elite for about 13 years. Poster Elite provides labor law poster compliance products. So all of your all-in-one state and federal labor law posters that have all of those postings businesses need to have on the wall. Anyone with one or more paid employee is legally required to display these labor law postings up in their break room wall. And a lot of businesses don't really know what they're supposed to have up or what they need to be compliant. So that's where we really come in and come to the rescue. We give them those posters and we keep them up to date all throughout the year.
Yeah. So a couple things there. One, 13 years.
Yes.
That's a long time.
It is.
At one company. I think the average tenure is like a year and a half.
Our average tenure is pretty high. You wouldn't believe it. A lot of people have 10 plus years at our company.
Okay, so how do we get to a company? Number one, how do we get to a company that allows you to stay for 13 years? Like, what's the secret sauce here?
I think a lot of the secret sauce was the owner, the original owner, Paul Abel. He was a fascinating, fabulous man. Like, this man was just full of so much character, so much energy, so much passion. Like, he just really made you want to work for him. Like, he was just great to be around all the time.
So you stayed there for 13 years, and you're still there.
And I'm still
Are you leaving anytime soon?
Not that I know.
All right, well, there we go. Good. So you still have a job. I know it's an awkward question. Are you going to leave? Yeah, I'm going to leave. I'm looking for a job now. Yeah. No. Okay, so break room posters. We used to call them break room posters. They're still a thing.
They're still a thing.
They're still a thing. So walk us through that. So for a lot of people who have never been in an office, there's a lot of them who have actually never worked in an office. Let's talk about that. Let's start first. What is, we'll call it a break room, but what's the proper term?
Sure. Labor law poster is the most common term. But break room poster, everyone's going to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's how I always refer to it. I used to laugh at them, to be honest. Like,
who actually reads them, right?
Yeah, like you read it when you're talking to people that you don't really want to talk to. And then you just kind of read it, and it all makes sense.
Or you're sitting there on your lunch, needing something to do. Just, all right, I'm going to take this time to read all these 900 labor laws.
Yeah. So, okay. Has this gone digital at all?
It has.
Okay, so we can have digital signage now?
Yes, but the thing is, if there is a physical work site, the letter of the law says you still have to have that physical poster posted up in the break room.
Got it.
So the government really hasn't caught up to technology just quite yet. It may be someday, but they do have the labor law postings online for folks who are remote employees or traveling or hybrid and not going into that break room and seeing the poster.
Okay, so the question I have is, what are you all doing? So if I'm a customer of iSolve, for example, and I need help in this area, how are these being created? They're not just typing them up and laminating them, making them look pretty. What's the actual process behind this?
Sure. So the notices are released by a bunch of different government agencies. We basically collect all of the required notices and put them on just the one poster. And then if a client of iSolve signs up with us, we ship them that initial poster to get them started. And they're going to hang that up in their break room. Now, the key thing is there's a lot of labor law posting updates that occur throughout the year.
Right.
So there used to be a 2025 poster or a 2026 poster, but that's not the case anymore.
Is it like a January, February, March posting?
It changes all the time now, all the time. It's crazy. So that's where having updates is where it really becomes important. So with the iSolve service, we actually ship out replacement posters. So folks are subscribing to a compliance solution where anytime there's an update that affects them, we mail them a whole new poster. They just swap it up on the wall and they're in compliance again.
And they don't need to track this. You're doing this for them. So your system is we're gonna monitor. We know when the changes are. Here's your update, and then it magically shows up.
Exactly. Just putting compliance on autopilot is what we say.
Makes sense. Now, how many countries do you all operate in?
Just the United States.
Okay, just the U.S. And all 50 states?
All 50 states, D.C. and Puerto Rico as well.
Got it. Which of the states, this is me being curious, which of the states gets the most updates every year?
Ooh, that's a good one. California definitely gets a lot.
I feel like California's everywhere. Everything I buy says in California.
Yeah.
Right? And it's, okay, so California, that's obvious.
Yes. California is a top one. Places like Massachusetts, I've even seen Oregon have as many as like 10 during a year. So it just depends on the specific year and the state.
Yeah. So, okay, so let's look at the flip side to this. A company's not using you, and they just put a poster up in January, and they don't update it at all year. What's the risk that they run?
So basically, there's a couple different things. You can get fined. So if a company comes in, like if there's an OSHA incident or if there's a lawsuit or a labor board inquiry, if the business is being scrutinized, one of the things they check for is, does this business have the most up-to-date posters? Are they communicating the employee rights to their employees? And if they aren't, then they are potentially able to get fined. Now, it's kind of hard to get a fine. So the most important case is lawsuits. If, someone tries to file a lawsuit for wages or working conditions, the labor law poster comes to the employer's aid. It basically shows at minimum a good faith effort that they were trying to communicate those rights to the employees.
And is there a responsibility for the company to have to communicate outside of the poster or hanging signage? Do they have to communicate that through email or meetings or?
No, not necessarily. So there are some handouts, like there are some notices that are supposed to be distributed to employees. Those are a little bit different from the labor law postings. But the posting themselves, no, they just have to be hung up in the break room.
Yeah, this is so naive of me because I've been in this space for so long. And two areas that I've always, I would say overlooked, but I just haven't really paid much attention. This is one. And the other one was fraud, even though there's a ton of fraud in our space. And recently we spoke with Steve, who just walked by. Do you know Steve?
I don't think so.
You need to know this guy. Steve, I'm going to give you another shout out. He's somewhere around here. Head of fraud for iSolve. Unbelievable. The stories this guy has, unbelievable. But fraud is one area where it's like we know it exists, but I kind of don't pay attention to it. I should. It's kind of important. And these posters. And I've seen them my entire working career, and I've just walked past them. And you have been doing this for 13 years.
Yes.
Why? What drives you for this? Like, why are you in this industry?
It's just, it grows on you. It's surprising over the years. I started as a temp. That's how I was originally hired.
Well, that agreement worked out.
It worked out. Yeah,
I got their money's worth.
I was actually hired because in the past we had a state poster and we had a federal poster. So we sold two separate posters. We wanted to combine them into an all-in-one poster so that folks only had to hang one poster up.
Right.
But of course they needed somebody to proofread that new artwork. And that's where I came into play. So I got to proofread labor law posters for all 50 states, become very well acquainted with the labor laws. And then it just kind of transgressed from there. They asked me to stay on. I worked in customer service, sales, account management. And it's just, like I said, it's a good crew. The owner was amazing. So it's a very sticky company. They've really captured me.
I love it. So down here, Jacob, if you haven't gotten to speak with him, great guy.
Mhm.
He's with org chart. 16 years he's been selling org charts.
Oh, wow.
Like, what is with these groups here? Like
Yeah.
13 years, year and a half is the time frame. People are out and you guys are stuck. That's fantastic. Okay. So we're here at at iSolve Connect. We have people heroes, right?
Yes.
When I say the term people heroes, what comes to mind? What do you think?
I guess the first thing that would come to mind would be folks who are working in the HR and payroll field. I think that's what it's talking about, how those folks are your day-to-day people heroes. You know, they're really helping solve HR issues, helping keep smooth cultural workplaces, and just kind of being the heroes.
They're just the everyday practitioner
Yeah.
hero doing the real job, not
The workplace heroes.
the workplace heroes, not talking about it like we
Yes.
are, right?
Yep.
Not, yeah.
They're grinding away in the background there.
Yeah, that's why I love my job, because I get to talk about it and not actually do it. It's fantastic. All right, well, this has been amazing, and I am actually really interested in what you guys do now, and I want to learn more. So
Love it.
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.